We haven't really talked about Quibi yet because it hasn't launched yet, but there's a new story about it. But then also, I mean, I don't know if we just want to talk about what Quibi is exactly for anyway, because it's still upcoming.
Quibi, it's short for quick bits, right?
I didn't even know that, to be honest. I'm sorry. I didn't look up the name of it, like the reasoning.
It sounds like the name of a character, like a kid character that's a sidekick in a sci-fi adventure. You know what I mean? A swashbuckling. Quick bits, get over here.
Yeah, so it's a new streaming platform, and I believe that the idea of it is that the content that they release is designed to be in short, digestible little chunks. So like maybe 10, 15 minutes at the most. I think that's the concept behind it, which makes me think, like, I don't know this for certain. I haven't really read into, because I haven't been interested in it, to be really honest.
Yeah.
I think it's more aimed at, obviously, the younger demographic, which I think means it's geared more towards mobile.
Kids, millennials can't.
Yeah, I think it's
attention span for shit. Can't.
So avert your ears, David Lynch. I think this is all about watching movies and whatnot on your phone.
Yeah. What a bummer.
Yeah. Kelly, you were going to say something else?
What's that?
Well, you were going to say something else about this story?
Oh, okay. Well, the other news is, I mean, I don't know if you want to go over like some of the creators we know, but then also just recently, CEO came out and apparently made some joke calling journalists pedophiles or comparing them to pedophiles.
Yeah. So this is how I was reminded about Quibi. Is like, I guess the CEO made some comment about how journalists, like, they soften up their sources in order they soften up their sources in order to get more information and leads, in the same way that pedophiles like groom children or some shit like that.
Here's the thing and I read about that and I was like, what is it with tech CEOs and calling people pedophiles? Like, is that among tech CEOs? Is that like the worst insult ever? I mean, they know something we don't about, and maybe all that Pizzagate shit was true.
Well, for starters, I think that's the worst insult in general, to be called that. Two, Pizzagate, while not true in the Alex Jones inception, turned out to be a little bit more true than we all thought.
Oh, well, with
the Jeffrey Epstein thing. Yeah, so, there are some elements of that for certain. And obviously, there was that documentary that came out, Open Secrets.
I haven't seen it.
I don't know that.
Yeah, it's all about, the underworld history of pedophilia in Hollywood and whatnot. And, apparently, like, the Saints, the NFL football team, the New Orleans Saints, are under some investigation by, for covering up emails from the Archdiocese in New Orleans or some. It's weird out there, America.
It goes all the way to the top.
It's a weird world. So, yeah, I can understand, the like, for an uncouth person, which generally I don't imagine CEOs that way, but that's just, the conditioning of a capitalist brain. You can hear all about that on our podcast, The Scarlet Flag. Tune into that one. But, like, CEOs are dimwits too,
The Red Alarm.
The Red Alarm. I like that name.
We sound the Red Alarm.
The Red Alarm. And it plays that Kill Bill siren.
No. It plays Bulls on Parade. Wow.
Nice.
This is the Red Alarm. Welcome to. Anyway, sorry, we had a whole.
This whole other riff.
Yeah, I just don't. CEOs calling people pedophiles.
It's a thing, and I don't know if this is it got us talking about Quibi, so.
Yeah, there is no such thing as bad publicity.
No publicity is bad publicity. So,
we just actually gave Quibi, I don't know, maybe 8 minutes of free airtime.
Yeah, all about pedos. So there you go. Maybe that's their marketing.
When you think
budget.
pedophiles, think
Quibi. But they actually have some pretty cool sounding programs lined up, it sounds like. And we are segueing into their lineup list based off of their pedophilia marketing. But
we decided we would go from a pedophilia-based marketing strategy. Yeah.
But
how do you feel about pedophilia?
So they have Sam Raimi is doing like a series of horror shorts, I guess, that's based off of I think it's called like 50 horror stories or something like that for all 50 states. It's kind of like what that musician tried to do. Was it Sufjan Stevens or something? He tried to make tried to make an album for every state, and he bailed after like the fourth. 3. Yeah, I was like, dude, that's gonna be a heavy lift making an album for every state.
Talented guy though.
Yeah, for certain, and I liked what he put out.
Yeah, I did too.
To that point. Yeah, I guess Sam Raimi's going to do the horror compilation equivalent of this. So I think that's a pretty neat idea. You know, I would be interested to see the difference between like horror in Idaho versus horror in Missouri or whatever. It could be totally different things. They could be more similar than you might think. Texas horror, we've seen plenty of that. But I mean, have you ever really thought about the deep horrors that lurk within West Virginia? Wait, wasn't there a documentary? Like The Wild something or other?
The Wild what? About what?
It was like some crazy ass family in West Virginia.
I don't know. I mean, honestly, there are great places to go on YouTube if you want to hear, regional horror
stories. Yeah. Well, Quibi's gonna put it all together for you via Sam Raimi, who I like. So, but they also have other stuff. Like, do you have that list for us, Kelly?
Yeah, just going down a few. There's Guillermo del Toro is gonna do a modern zombie story. Spielberg has something where apparently the concept will be you can only watch it when it's dark out. I guess your phone recognizes your regional area. But just running down. Let me just.
But
go
that's
down some
a horror thing too, right? This is becoming like a It's like a horror platform.
Quibi
those are the first. But There's too many titles and stuff. But let me just run down some of the talent name that are involved with some of these. I go down the list and I'm seeing Ridley Scott's doing something. One with Don Cheadle and Emily Mortimer. The Edge of Tomorrow. Doug Liman's gonna make something. Christoph Waltz. I mean, there's a lot, and we cannot forget they're redoing the Nickelodeon Legends of the Hidden Temple for it.
Yeah,
what
that's
is that?
right. You've never seen Legend of the Hidden Temple?
That might have been right.
You guys are wrong by comparison.
It was just a game show where kids ran around a room like they looked like old ruins of something. They had to like find the secret, medallion.
Yeah, it had the talking rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, that was great. That must have been. It was like a game show that preceded, or like game show, but you have to do obstacle courses and whatnot.
It's like Double Dare?
It preceded Double Dare.
I mean, it was after Double Dare.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch?
After Double Dare's run ended.
Yeah.
It was the one that picked it up. That and Guts.
Guts.
Yeah.
Never saw Guts.
Both of those are from the same.
Yeah.
And they both preceded Double Dare. So, yeah, I used to love the shit out of Guts, Legend of the Hidden Temples, and Nick Arcade. I don't know if you ever watched that, but that was also after.
Nick Arcade is hilarious to watch now about the kids just playing in front of like a green screen of like.
Yeah.
It's.
There used to be a Saturday morning cartoons like a show on in like the early 80s where they basically just went to an arcade and they like kids would play video games like arcade games, and they'd play against each one guy would try, the other guy would try.
Really?
And the game they would play with, one of the games they would play was Sinistar. You remember
Oh,
Sinistar?
I remember Sinistar.
Fuck yeah, dude. And
Okay.
I can't remember what it was called, but it was like 82, 83.
Does Quibi sound like something you want?
No.
Kelly?
Right now, no. I might do the thing where maybe eventually when there's enough stuff on it, sign up, watch a lot.
Too much shit out there, dude.
There's a lot.
It's like, and there's subscriptions you don't even remember, and you sign up for something for like a couple of days, and then you're like, oh, I canceled that, but then you didn't actually cancel it. You look at your screen, like, what the fuck? And there's like 9 different things for $4.99 that are hitting you that you thought you canceled. It's getting too complicated. I miss the days.
Is it time to go back to cable?
Maybe. You know what I mean? I miss the days a little bit where the shit came in on a box. You know what I mean? And everything you needed was on that box. If it wasn't there, you had, go read a book. You know what I'm saying? Or play Dungeons and Dragons.
I might be getting there at this point. I've got a lot of stuff that I forget about here and there.
It's just,
There's a lot.